Calificas para ser legal, quieres saber, solo llama al abogado Andrés Mejer.
So let's talk about an emergency plan. Proof of how long you've been here. Again, tax documents, identity documents, including kids' birth certificates, passport, bank statements, school records, medical records, bills, pay stubs, you name it. Letters of support indicating the kind of person that you are and how long they have known you. I don't want Andres Mejer saying, I know George for the past 2 years, he's a good guy, he deserves to stay here. That doesn't tell me anything. Instead, I said, I've known George for the past 7 years. You know, he's the guy you go to when you need something. He's always there to help. Here's the situation that he had for me. You know, when I was in a car accident and I injured my back and I couldn't move, he took my wife food shopping, you know, to help out because she didn't drive. So he would take her once a week, once every 2 weeks. When him and his wife would do shopping, they brought my wife also. You know, that's the kind of guy George is. When you need something, he's there for you. He's a positive member of society. So that's an example of a good letter of support. Now, any proof that you're eligible for some relief. Here's a copy of my asylum petition that I filed already. Here's a copy of my marriage-based petition. Or here's, you know, I applied for TPS and it's still pending. Again, whatever relief you have, any correspondence with immigration, you should have a copy of it. Now, you should also consider power of attorney for kids. What am I talking about? Now, today I happen to be a U.S. citizen, but I was born in Santiago, Chile. I have 2 kids, Noemi, who's 13, and Marcelo, who's 10. Let's assume, for the purpose of conversation, I am not a U.S. citizen today. I'm undocumented. And ICE picks me up. What's going to happen to my kids? Who's going to pick them up from school? Where are they going to stay? Who's going to take them to the doctor? Who's going to pay the bills, like the rent? What happens if I take a voluntary departure to go back to my country? What happens with my kids? Who renews their passport? Who puts them on a plane? How does any of that happen? Well, I don't want the government doing those things for me. Hell no. They just make it more complicated and more problematic. I want to create a power of attorney. It's limited in time. It's usually only good for 6 months. That gives someone the authority to do some of those things. So, for example, I want my brother Ilan to take care of my kids while I am detained. I give him authority to access my bank accounts. I give him authority to pick up the kids from school and take them to school. I give him authority to take them to the doctor and to request medical documents and to request a passport for them. I can give him that permission, and I do it in advance, and it's only in case I'm detained and unavailable. So, emergency kit, very important to have. If you have more questions about it, give us a call and we'll get you an emergency kit for you. If you have any questions, put them down below. Subscribe to our channel. If there's a subject you want us to talk about in the future, put it in the comments. We review it and maybe we'll talk about it in the weeks to come.